How is it going, guys? It's Chucky from MadBioScales, and today we're gonna talk about rookie mistakes that experienced keepers actually hate, and we're gonna take it all to the place where it all begins, most of the time at least, and that is Repticon. So Repticon is a place where vendors go to sell and show off their reptiles, and reptile enthusiasts go and of course buy the reptiles if they like it, take pictures, make videos like I do, and it's cheaper than buying them online, and sometimes even cheaper than buying them at a store. With that said, of course, rookies end up there along with the more experienced keepers, and they end up buying reptiles sometimes without knowing what they are. And I have 5 rules that will help you buy an animal and take good care of the animal, because it's a living creature, and of course you have to be ready for the commitment of an animal. So rule number 1, do your research before you get there, and even if you're there, you should do your research while walking around, while looking at the animal that is catching your attention. How would you do research while being a Repticon? Well, of course, you have one of the most powerful things in our generation, and that is a cell phone. So use your cell phone like I am here watching a Repticon video, and pretty much do your research there, or go on Morph Market if you're buying a ball python. That's a great website to check species or the actual morph of the animal. Check if you can actually take care of this animal properly. Rule number 2, make sure the breeder you're buying from is a reputable breeder. Everybody knows this breeder, or at least it's someone you can actually trust. Have a full conversation with this person, read his body language. Does he really care about these animals? Does he sound passionate, or is he just trying to make a buck or two in one day? You have to really read the person's way of speaking. You need to know where you're buying from. You need to know how this person actually takes care of the animal, and you have done research so you know the proper care of the animal. So once you get there and you hear that he has the incorrect care, you already know he's not a reputable breeder, and you just walk out and find another breeder that has the same species you're looking for. Rule number 3, make sure the animal is healthy, and if it's a lizard, make sure it doesn't have metabolic bone disease. If it's a ball python or a snake in general, make sure it doesn't have a RI, or that it doesn't have mites, which is pretty bad. So with an RI, the mouth of the snake will be bubbly. With mites, you pass your hand through, look at your hand, there's black dots walking around. Those are disgusting mites, and you should let everyone know that this person has mites. Yell if you can. Just kidding, don't do that. Let someone know though. Don't yell it, because you can get jumped. Metabolic bone disease is the need for calcium. So without calcium, like leopard geckos lose the growth of their bones, especially youngins. So imagine if your bones started dissolving. Bones do not grow back, so the animal would walk weird, would look weird, he would look skinny, his spine will be messed up, his legs missing toes and things like that. Look for all that, and make sure your gecko, your lizard, your reptile is okay from all that. 4th rule, price check the crap out of this animal. A lot of vendors want to overprice their animals. A lot of vendors try to make more money than they should be making, which you may not know about, and they might rip you off, and you could have got it for like $100 cheaper, and they taking $100 more out of your pocket without you knowing. Along with this rule, also check that the morph is the right morph. If someone's selling you a pied ball python and it doesn't have white, it is not a pied ball python. And if they're selling you a pied ball python and it has a stripe, but it comes out to be a champagne, then they're ripping you off. They're not selling you what they're telling you they're selling you. So use morphmarket.com or any website like that to make sure they're selling you what they say they are selling you. Alright? Don't let nobody get in your pockets. Rule number 5, if you're on a budget, make sure you have the money to take care of this animal. You might not know the enclosure, you might know the needs, the calcium, the lighting, the heating, how much they will grow. You have to know how much you can spend. And budget is not only with money, budget your freaking time. Like, do you have the time to take care of this animal? Do you have the time to feed it? Do you have the time to tame it if you're gonna tame it? Do you have the time to clean the tank? Do you have the time to put all your attention for a couple minutes, if not an hour at least, every day. Now, there are a lot of different arguments going on with glam YouTubers and things like that they don't know how to do this stuff and blah 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 blah, all these little arguments over this, and these 5 rules may help avoid those arguments, avoid all these things that are going on. Mistakes happen, and mistakes can be resolved, and I believe in change of mind. So yeah, I believe that you can change your mind with time, and you might even change it to not liking the reptile you got, and then you want to sell it and things like that. You're gonna get judged over it, trust me. And you have to be sure that this is what you want, this is what you want to do, this is something you're ready for. Me, I do it. I buy reptiles, I keep reptiles because I always have. I know I'm not gonna get rid of them unless I'm breeding and selling, which is a total different story. But I know I am gonna always have reptiles because it's just a hobby, it's just a passion I have, animals in general, to be honest. And yeah, make sure you have that mindset. If you don't have that mindset, don't get an animal. And if you do, just get one. Don't get a lot, because then you're gonna end up trying to get rid of them and bad things are gonna happen. So to avoid all this conflict, make sure you follow these 5 rules before you go to Repticon. This weekend I'll be at Repticon Orlando, so if you see me there, point me out. Let's take a picture, join my video, we do whatever, bro. Like, let's chill. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm stressing, I have anxiety, I haven't slept in more than 24 hours. So yeah, that's a good way to get it off, and I just wanted to make this video before anything bad happens at this Repticon. Of course, that bell down there next to the subscribe button, hit it. The subscribe button, hit it. Like button, hit it. Comment, hit it. You already know. MadBioScales.